Good morning, everyone. Craig here. So it's bright and early. It's about a little after 5 a.m. my time. And I'm going to start. I want to do something a little different. We'll try it out for a little while. I'm going to do some short morning daily reflections, or at least weekday reflections, to sort of go along with the normal content that Jonah and I do. Um, and so this weekend we were sitting in mass, and it was our priest's last Sunday with us. He's being transferred to another church, and he was here when we moved to our current home over 10 years ago, 10 11 years ago. And a number of our children have been baptized by him, had their first communion, first confession, all that. Um, and so it was a sad but a grateful day, because we've he's been a good shepherd to our family. And one of our sons was the I don't know, I never remember the name of it, but did the incense, so served mass. And you know, we were all sitting in church, and we take up a whole pew ourselves, and that's with two of the kids missing. Um, and I was just very grateful for what I have right now, what our marriage is like, because it's just amazing how wonderful Catholic marriage can be when things are going the way they're designed to go. Um, about a year ago, I was kind of going back through my text messages that I started sharing with Jonah, is kind of when we started this journey. And I had a good marriage, but it was not a great or an excellent marriage. And I don't think it's that hard to have a good marriage. And even a good marriage can be very, very painful, as it was for me. And I know it was for my wife, because I wasn't the husband that I could have been, and that I'm trying to be now. And something happened in the last year that I'm going to talk more about. That Jonah and I, our podcast has been an evolution of our marriages, and he has described his marriage in the same way. Um, you know, this weekend my wife and I were sitting on the couch. I think it was kids had gone to bed, and we were getting ready to head to bed. And I just kind of looked over and I said, "I'm really enjoying being married to you." Um, and she kind of looked at me, first of all, a little puzzled, like, "What's this all about?" But she agreed. And Joan and I say this all the time: when marriage is going well, it's the most amazing, uplifting experience. And when it's not, when there's significant difficulties, often self-created, so that's the way it was in our home. It can be very, very painful, especially, I think, as Catholics. And I'm going to talk more about that in the days coming up. But it's really the fact that I feel very grateful and blessed with the amazing marriage and relationship that I have with my wife. That's come over time. It's come through patience and perseverance. It's come through good times and bad times, just the way the vows say. But I want to share that, because if I had heard this message 2 years ago, it would have meant a lot to me, because I didn't have a lot of hope in the institution of marriage at that time, as it is something that can bring significant fulfillment in spiritual joy and peace, the way that I believe it does now. And it really all comes down to communication and understanding, and having the confidence in yourself and the confidence in your spouse that there is room for better. And that's really what it boiled down to for me, was to develop the confidence in myself, that I could express the parts of my life that were unfulfilled, and to trust my wife that she would hear that, even if it seemed hurtful at first. And I think that's what holds a lot of us back, because we don't want to hurt our spouses. We don't want them to feel bad. We don't want to share our failings and our faults, especially as Catholics, if there's sin involved with that. But I'm here to give you hope and to tell you that it can be really amazing if you can get to that point. Now, getting to the point is easier said than done. It kind of happened to our marriage. It wasn't something that I brought about ourselves, but I think now I know that there are ways that you can sort of cause the process to happen. And that's what I want to share in this channel. That's what Jonah and I want to share. That's why we talk as frequently as we do. So I want to give you hope. You can have a great Catholic marriage, an excellent Catholic marriage. Doesn't mean it's going to be pain-free, but it can be what was advertised to us. But it's going to take some work. It's going to take more than what you probably learned in pre-Cana, in your engagement classes and stuff like that. And it's worth doing. It's worth having. So come along for the journey. Subscribe to the show. Follow our podcast. We are creating at least one mastermind right now, and that's going to be a sort of a deep dive for particular men or women who are wanting to be on this journey, to really get together virtually, probably once a week or so, to talk about some things. So if you think you might like to be part of that, just email me. Go up to the link tree and email us. Put mastermind in the subject line. I'll start circulating emails with more details, but I'm really excited about that. That's what really I think is going to change the marriages and help improve the content of this show, because we'll have a sounding board for some things. So check that out. If you might be interested, please do email us and join the mastermind. Otherwise, continue to follow the show. If you are able to and find this content helpful, go over to Apple or Spotify, wherever, and give us a rating, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and share it with someone that you think might find value in this. So anyway, I hope everyone has an excellent day. Thank you for following the show. And until next time, everyone, have a good one.